Hello and welcome to another edition of Communication Connection. I'm Terry Likes. This program focuses on the accomplishments of students, faculty, and alumni affiliated with the Department of Communication. And the department has a brand new initiative we are really excited about, and that is the unveiling of a brand new graduate program, a master's degree in communication. And we are delighted to have the new coordinator of that program joining us here on Communication Connection, Dr. Melody Fisher. Melody, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Well, your background includes a couple of graduate degrees from Southern Mississippi, as well as working professionally at Tougaloo and at Ball State before coming here. Now you are a tenured associate professor. Congratulations on that count. You've also served as the coordinator for public relations, that concentration, the last couple of years, and now you're taking on another new set of duties, coordinating the graduate program, something I know you're quite excited about. Tell us about that.
I am, and thank you so much for entrusting this position and these duties to me. This is a brand new program, so it's a lot of responsibility because I am basically setting the foundation for this program, for our graduate program. And so we are very excited. Our faculty is extremely excited to have this program and to have these students to come in and learn from us here. So it's definitely an initiative that has been a long time coming.
Well, and I should add that it's one of the, communication that is, one of the few programs in the College of Arts and Sciences that did not have a graduate program, and one of the few communication programs in the SEC. So we've rectified that issue, for which we're excited about. So now you are the coordinator. You've been in this role for roughly the last 6 months or so. Tell us, you've been quite busy during that time. Tell us what you've been doing.
Yes. So number one is making people aware that we have a program. As you mentioned, other schools in the state have programs. And so I wanted to make sure that students in the state and in the region knew that they could come to Mississippi State to receive a master in communication. So I've been recruiting. I've been hitting the ground, literally hitting the ground running, going across the state to different career fairs and graduate school expos and letting people know that, yes, we have a program. We are accepting applications and we are beginning in the spring. So in addition to actually recruiting for this program, I've been making sure that we have the faculty who will teach in the program and having a course rotation, making sure that our student learning objectives have been set and can be measured and evaluated. So it's a lot of behind the scenes work even before the first classes have been taught or even been registered for. And so that's what I've been doing for the past 6 months.
Well, I know it's been busy, and kudos to you because you got a grant to actually fund some of these opportunities and initiatives and getting on the road, as you say. So I know for the department, this has been a long time coming. I even had a former department head from nearly 40 years ago reach out to me and say congratulations on finally getting the graduate program approved. But this is really, it's kind of a painstaking process, isn't it, to get something approved like this? In fact, I would even say for many of the faculty, there was a fatigue factor because they've tried, they've had so many meetings in the past, but it finally came to fruition. But it takes a lot of paperwork and a lot of approvals, including this thing called Appendix 8, which is one of the very lengthy forms that the governing board for the state institution requires. So it didn't just magically happen, did it?
No, absolutely not. As you said, this has been a long time coming. That same former department head called to congratulate me about the approval of this graduate program. And so it's something that this department has desired for many, many years. But as you mentioned, there are several steps involved and several levels of approval. And so one thing that we had to do was make sure that our program could be distinguished from the other programs in the state. And so that took a little time to do, but we did that. We also had to come up with our curriculum. How many hours will the program be? How many required hours would the program be? We had to look at the different course descriptions, course objectives. We had to create the courses in terms of syllabi. And so it's a lot of very tedious but necessary steps involved. And it took a long time to do, but we are here now and we're happy to be here.
Well, I know a part of that process was looking at your demographic, and I know this degree can meet the needs of many different types of students, can it?
Absolutely right. We are here to meet the needs of those who are looking to advance their career in a communication related skill, excuse me, a communication related profession. And so those are students or those are professionals who are in health communication, political science, public affairs, in any position where your job is to speak on behalf of your organization. You definitely need advanced skills in communications to do that. Doesn't necessarily have to be a mass audience either. You can be speaking to your internal audience, which are your fellow employees and your coworkers. We also are here to meet the needs of those who want to be educators in speech or media communication. Everyone doesn't want to go out into the field and work. They would want to teach and prepare those up and coming generations for careers in communication. So we are here to prepare those educators. And lastly, we are here to prepare those who wish to receive a terminal degree in communication, a PhD in communication. So our curriculum sets a great foundational um, gives you a great foundation with our theory courses and our research courses that you can seek that next level with no problem.
Many people often ask the question, what can the degree do for me? And I think you alluded to some of those things there, but what type of classes might they take? I know you've mentioned certain areas like health communication, but tell us a little bit more about the classes as you wrote these course descriptions.
Okay, absolutely. So our program is a 33-hour program. And so if a student enters and is at least it takes at least 4 courses in one semester and 3 courses, which is a full load for a graduate student, which is 9 hours in the remaining semesters, they'll be here for only 4 semesters. So I like to tell students my pitch is if you begin in the fall, you'll enter and you'll graduate. I mean, not enter, but exit in the following fall. So you're there for 4 semesters. In that 33-hour program, we have 21 required courses, and that includes our theory course, our communication research course, our pedagogy course, our seminar in media, and our special project course, which is our capstone course. What is special about these required courses and which distinguishes us from other programs, specifically in the state, is that we require the communication pedagogy course because we want to prepare future professional educators to facilitate learning in a communication classroom. So that is important. Now, our elective courses range from health com, international communication, crisis communication. We have some political communication, gender and media. It's really just a wealth, almost a smorgasbord of courses that students can choose from and kind of tailor this program for their specific needs.
Well, that really is a wide array of classes. So the next question that I think people usually will have is, are these classes going to be face-to-face or online or hybrid? Tell us about that.
Yeah, so that's always one of the first questions I receive. Currently, this program is face to face. When we began planning it, we wanted to make sure that we established it in a traditional setting, meaning that we wanted our students to come here to learn from us in our settings. We wanted this to be a residential program. And for the spring, when we begin, it will be a residential program. This summer, for our elective courses, one of those courses will be offered online. In the future, we will see more online offerings, but the majority of our courses will be offered face to face here at Mississippi State in Starkville.
So you mentioned rolling out in January of 2022. We're really excited about the students who will be involved in the spring semester, and we've got a couple of classes. How does the enrollment look so far?
Enrollment looks good because this is our first semester. It is a soft opening, so we didn't really select the mass of applicants. We wanted to be extremely selective, and we want this process to be competitive. And so we do have enough students to materialize for these classes to materialize. But I do suspect, and I'm pretty sure that in the fall and even in the summer, we'll have many more applicants, and we'll enroll many more students. But as you mentioned, we do have our first two courses rolling out. Our inaugural cohort will be taking our seminar in communication research and our comm theory course this spring.
Well, and those will be taught by Dr. Holly Seitz and Dr. John Nicholson, who are both very talented in the classroom, so a great way to roll out the program. And I guess another question is quite often, where will all of this occur? And what a lot of people may recall is in the basement of McComas Hall. There used to be an art gallery, but the art department gave it back to the Department of Communication a couple of years ago. And in that time since then, we've been in the design and construction phase, so going through the blueprints with and the bids were going out as far as the construction, and from there you can see you'll walk in and you'll have 4 new faculty offices, a seminar or conference room where up to 20 could take these graduate courses, and then room for 6 graduate assistants. So we're very excited about this. And the other promise in getting the graduate program is that we would be able to add 3 new faculty lines. And so we've completed now 2 new faculty hires who will start in August of 2022 and an additional PhD in the following year. So a lot of great things growing because of this new program, Melody.
Absolutely. We are very excited. I sat on the search committee for that assistant professor position, and we're very excited for the person that we've chosen there. They will bring great insight into this program as well as to our established undergraduate program. So we're very excited about the changes that have been happening for the program.
And what you're seeing here are some of the finishing touches being put into these faculty offices. So some of these new hires will go into those offices. This will be the new conference room, seminar room down in the basement of McComas Hall. So Melody, one final question. If somebody wants to reach out to you, find out more about the program, how can they do so?
They can email me. My email address is mfisher@com.msstate.edu. Please email me. We are accepting applications for the summer. That deadline is April 15th. And our fall admission deadline is July 1st. So please contact me if you have any questions about the graduate program.
Well, Melody Fisher has been our guest. Thank you so much for joining us here on Communication Connection and enlightening us about the new graduate program. We wish you all the best. And we want to thank you for watching us here on Communication Connection. I'm Terry Likes. We'll see you next time.